Good morning, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Garden with Creekside here in North Carolina, Zone 8A, I guess we are now. It is August. We have gone through a lot of heat, a lot of rain here lately, believe it or not. After all the May weather that we had and crazy rain that week of Mother's Day with a big flood, and then we went for, seemed like a month and a half with no rain. Now it seems like it rains every day. But beautiful day today. Nice, a little bit less humidity, a lower temperature. That's kind of helping us out a little bit today. But we want to kind of get started today and just talk about some things that are going on here at the nursery and online. So we've been announcing a few specials here at the nursery or at the garden center, and then online at gardeningwithcreekside.com. So I've got a special for you for this week. We've been doing the hibiscus, with the hibiscus has sold out. The Sweet Romance Lavender, I still have that one marked down 50%. There are a few of those left for this season. Today we're going to launch the Heuchera and the Heucherella special. So it's the same 50% off that we have, and I've got these plants here for you today. I'm going to show you the first one. This is Silver Gumdrop, and it's gorgeous. I mean, if you look at it in comparison to, let's say, the Dressed Up series, this is Evening Gown. Very large leaves in comparison to this guy here. So both of these are on sale online, 50% off. It basically makes them $9.50 for a quart. Both of these, all of these, well, all four of these grow really well in the south. We have zero problems with these guys here. They have the Velosa series, so they have that breeding in them that do really well here in the south. So if you're in the north, they're going to do really well for you there also. Okay, so it's a well-rounded Heuchera and Heucherella plant. Now that Heucherella I'm really excited about. It is called Copper King, and it is one of the more aggressive Heucherellas on the market, if not the most aggressive. I used to do one that was called Tapestry, I think it was. I have noticed that just looking at this guy, how it wants to kind of come out. It's a crossbreeding between a Heuchera and a Tiarella, and they came out with Heucherella. So we really are enjoying Copper King. It's doing really good for us. It is on sale also too. Plenty of those in stock. Everyone loves Lemon Love, right? Loves the color. Excellent color in the shade. I mean, could you imagine it paired with the Silver Gumdrop or the Dressed Up Evening Gown, right? Now, after you see this, everybody's going to buy these two. I mean, they're going to be gone within minutes. So those are really nice colors. Just remember that the Dressed Up series will have a more purple color in the shade than it will in the sun. It can grow in the sun like no problem. We're over here in the pines at the nursery, and we have a lot of things to sell. Here at the nursery, we're still running the hibiscus and the Rose of Sharon. We have, I think those are starting to kind of roll out of here. They brought down some big loads. I know we're loaded up down there at the shrub lot on the hibiscus. So that's the buy one, get one free. It's just easier for us to do it that way here at the garden center. And then you can do the Rose of Sharon, buy one, get one free, buy one, get one free annuals. We'll still have a good group of annuals. We're going to talk about those annuals in just a minute, because some of the things that Jenny's been doing and we're going to be doing, there's still some of these plants left that you could be doing right now to help us later on in the fall. But look at that fascia. Look at that thing. Wow. Now, why are those still here? I know. I mean, look at this. I think they get lost sometimes over here. I mean, what an excellent green foliage, almost kind of that tropical feel in your shade garden. It looks excellent, excellent with the Dressed Up, right? Look at that. Pairing those two together. This would be your taller one out of the group. CC has set this up over here in this area. The nice design that we have with the taller in the back and in the front. We're using some hosta down below. This is Island Breeze. It's a nice variegated hosta here at the garden center. A lot of this stuff I'm showing you. Just kind of coming around. We got some ferns here. Look at that, crested surf. All these are wide ranging in their zones. I mean, crested surf is going to get about 20 inches tall. It's going to work in the part shade to shade, and I'm thinking this thing is really hardy in, yeah, zones 3 to 8. So it's almost all your perennials are pretty cold hardy that we have. So the Akubas, look at a nice variegated yellow and dark green leaf. I'm just, you know, then we brought in, it was sometime after the flood, we brought in this new camellia. Now we're going to be coming in to camellia season, and I've been looking at some lists and some different things, and there's a lot of good camellias that are doing well at lots of nurseries. We brought this one in. This is a new one. It's Royal Flush Shishi Camellia, 4 to 5 feet tall. You know, needs about 3 to 4 hours of sun. That's just about it. And it's going to thrive and go crazy in zones 7 through 9. How about that? And it's supposed to have a little bit of a variegation to it, and you can kind of see it in this leaf here. It'll have a little bit of a darker center and a variegation, especially on its new foliage. And speaking of new foliage, the other camellia that does that is that new one from Primrose. I think we still have some of those. Yep, we do. Yeah, I know Jenny's talked about these quite a bit. This thing, guys, this thing is loaded. I mean, it's absolutely loaded with buds. It's gonna flower like crazy come fall. You're gonna want to grab this one. Look at that, pink blooms. This is the Just Chill red tip, and they call it the red tip because it starts to have red in it when it has new growth, which is new to the camellia line. Okay, so 6 hours of sun at the most, and then you could go down to 4, and it's hardy from zone 7 to 9. But gosh, look at all those flowers to come. That is going to be fabulous. And I have 3. We have 3. That's a perfect match for somebody. You want to at least get 3 of them. What we got here? Yeah, Just Chill double white. So it's starting, you know, starting to put on its flowers. It's going to be gorgeous come this fall. Yep. So I have a couple of tea olives left. We need to get some more of those, but we had a customer that came in and wiped us out on the tea olives. A lot of people are trying to go after this mid-ranging screen without having something that is like 20 feet tall, like a green giant or something. So the tea olive really does that well. We have those planted along at the front of the house and also at the back in front of the old chicken coop. And they're just really starting to come in. We have those spaced about 4.5 feet apart from each other, and they are making just that beautiful evergreen screen that gives you fragrance. A lot of folks like the fragrance, you know, so that's a big new thing now that folks are wanting to add that nice fragrant smell into their garden. We have them, you know, by the house for that fragrance in the fall. So we enjoy that. There's a couple of these Pierres, I think it is, or this, no, this is that Elysium. I wonder if my friends from Jacksonville picked up one of these yesterday. I wasn't down here. I hope they did. So Pink Frost, Florida Anise. This is a variegated Pink Frost is the name of that. 7-gallon, nice size, instant impact into your landscape, and it's ready to go, guys. Now, we have also, you know, it's a little bit of a different mojo over here in the pines. A lot of times I'm, you know, down there on the shrub lot giving you some good ideas for your front, but well, I forget to come over here and talk about the mojo pittosporum. Okay, so this is a nice variegated evergreen, probably in zones 7 to 9. We're on the border of that, and does really well for us and overwintering in the pot. So I know it will do well once it's in the landscape. We kind of go in and out of those. It take a long time to grow in a 3-gallon pot and finish out. Here's some more of them right here. So right behind it is a Chindo Viburnum. So an evergreen. So this is a nice tiered look. So you have that really dark green foliage of the Chindo in behind that with that lighter green and the white tip leaf. This makes a very classy look in your shade garden. So anyways, more camellias, more acubas, just loads and loads and loads and loads of hostas that we need to run out of here. So this is a great time to plant those. You know, we're kind of, I would say every region is going to be different, but we're on the cusp of coming out of the really harsh time here in North Carolina, especially here in the metro Charlotte area, where we could possibly start to think about, you're going to have to deal with September a little bit with depending on how much rain, but right now we're getting a lot of rain. So you know, you could plant some shrubs. I might still stay away from hydrangeas for right now, but all of this, since this would be all going into your shade garden, you're not getting hammered. So this is a really good time of the year to work on your shade garden, right? So especially here, we're getting lots of rain in the evening, so that kind of helps you out. That's the biggest problem that we have. You can plant all summer. We can plant almost all year here, but that period of time that we had back in June, July, where it was like no rain, it was just no way to plant. So we just had to wait for the rain to come. So we're getting that rain, so it's time to start thinking about planting again. So we have some really nice hydrangeas over here too. So this is, let's see here, which one is this? Yes, Tough Stuff. So sometimes Jenny, I know Jenny's done a couple tours at her mom's house. She has Tough Stuff planted along her driveway. It gets, you know, just a tad bit of sun there in that area that helps produce that flower. So we've got a good number of these here in the shade garden ready to go for you. So I mentioned earlier, this is a really good time. So what Jenny's been doing lately, you've seen her in the back and you've seen her in, which will be coming out here pretty soon. We've been working on some different beds where we've been having to take out petunias. The petunias ran their course for us this year because I think what happened was that we got hit with the drought, you know, and then here comes all this rain and heavy humidity, and they are just like, they've run their course and they're done. So we're switching out with some really like caladiums. We still have those. We're going to go over here and go look at them, and begonias. Yes. So because if you look in our landscape right now, what's rocking out from the early spring plantings are lantanas, evolvulus, and begonias. The double up series is nice. That's a good replacement for the petunia. So if you were to get that in the ground now, it's going to last you all the way to frost, and you don't even have to worry about planting anything else. So let's go take a look. Yeah, so I have a few of these double ups over here in the shade just to show you, and we'll go, I don't know what they look like in the greenhouse, but the double up here is the really dark foliage of the double up is a little more hinted back in the shade garden, but they'll still grow well over here. That's why we kind of place them into the pines, is just to give the customer an idea. This is where I could do the white or the red, right? So let's go walking over here to the pergola area, and we have all these baskets of caladiums, and Jenny's planting of the Shire Red. I'm not sure how much of that we have left in the greenhouse, but I have been a little, these baskets here are buy one get one free, and I have been a little, we put a couple of those on our back porch this week because they're gorgeous. So this is like, if you have baskets right now that are just tired and they've worn out through the summer, this is a great replacement for your early spring planting baskets. These are caladiums that we stashed in these baskets. They're doing, I mean, they're just loving the heat and the humidity right now. So I mean, this is a excellent, excellent, excellent choice. That'll get you all the way through, you know, all the way through into the fall if you wanted to keep them until the freeze came. Yeah, so as I was saying, that we planted Shire Red in these very large urns. I forget the name of them from Unique Stone, but the Shire Red does well both in the shade and sun. This is almost like it's perfect little spot for it, because as you can see, we are in the shade. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and they are still in the shade, so they will not get the sun until here in just a little bit. It's starting to work its way on the one behind the camera over there. So excellent plant. This is just one of those plants that you can plant in the ground. You just do not have to worry with it too much. So anyway, let's go look in the greenhouse real quick and see how much of those plants we have left for you. So we've making some moves around over here, getting ready to clean up some weeds. That's why this stuff is out. The grasses are rocking out right now. It's their time of year. So desert plains, I think this is Shyen Sky maybe here. Yep, Shyen Sky. Those are two different types of grasses, a penstemon and then a panicum maybe, you know. So multiple colors. It really starts to get its burgundy colors coming up this fall. And then you have the plumes, and you can almost see, it's, you know, difficult, but it's probably, you can see maybe some of that color, the white and the purple inside that grass. Let's take a look. On the ends coming up this fall, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 of them left of the tree-form limelights. So once we get into September and you get close, depending on where you are in the country, you might be coming through from the northern areas or Blowing Rock, North Carolina. If you're up that way, you know, you can start planting this a lot sooner than us. So it'll be coming up right now, you know. So portulacas, the Uvivulus, we still have a lot of that. See, this is a great time. This is kind of why we do this. We do this every year, and we have some really good plants in here for you towards the end of the season, because depending on the weather, sometimes we just need to change out our beds, and we just don't want to wait to do it with pansies. So this is the portulaca, the yellow, the fuchsia color. These are all excellent plants right now to make some changes in your gardens or your pots. The pots could be tired out. There's a few begonias back here. So, you know, this is sweet. This is Proven Winners, Bewitched, After Midnight. This is a good one to add in. The coleuses are starting to come around. The plum dandy, I've seen a lot of folks have been taking advantage of the plum dandy. That's a good one to add in your beds now for the fall. Add some grasses behind it. I mean, this will be an excellent choice to add with all that purple color that I just showed you, you know, with the sweet potato vines and the plum dandy. Yeah, so you can almost see it from inside here. Even the greenhouse still kind of protects the leaf a little bit, but it's a little darker, so that white shows up on the double up white, you know. So like right now, I have some areas I was thinking about that have petunias in them, and then this would be a really good replacement, you know, behind the house in front of the double play doozies, you know, where snow drifts hanging in there, But you know, we could just take it out and replace these in there, knock these out real quick. And then on the front porch of our house, we have the angel wing begonias in the big baskets. And then this is, I mean, these are all buy one, get one free. Take them out, put them, you could put them in the landscape and just let them droop over into the beds. I mean, we should do that somewhere, you know, in the shade, you know, so that, I mean, this just be excellent. We had, that's about the best thing for our porch because it sits in the shade almost all day until the sun comes back around the house and starts beating on it. And they're dark green. They're going to be there until a hard freeze. There's just no doubt about it. So anyway, yeah, so we still have your supplies down there, the fertilizers and all that stuff. Pentas are good, lantanas. You know, got a few lantanas left. And Cece sent me a picture of this basket. Somebody, please. Like, she couldn't believe at the end of the day Saturday, this hanging basket was still left over. We worked this basket, we cut this basket back, we gave it the fertilizer and the care, and it is still rocking out here in August. So it can happen with your petunias. It just depends on what we've got going on, right? So just out here, I'm just kind of looking around. I've got that rose of Sharon still stashed up here, ready to go. Abelias, azaleas, chef's choice. I would love for someone to come. We've got a few of these left, and I'm also going to be bringing some more in for the fall. But let's think about adding this to the front of our house in some shape or form with an evergreen look to it and in the front. I mean, it gives you, like, you can go out and just do a little prune and have some herb added to your chicken. How about that? So anyway, thanks for following us. Thanks for jumping on and watching this video. Hope you hung in there to the end. Just remember the specials that we have online. Everything's 50% off on those heucheras and heucherellas. We still have the buy one, get one frees here with annuals and hibiscus and the rose of Sharon. I mean, look at that flower right there. Beautiful. Yep. Super nice. Super nice. Buy one, get one free on those. So anyways, we hope to see you out here this week, 9 to 3, Wednesday through Saturday. Thank you, guys.